What up? This is Robert Ory.
Ory, three-pointer. Buries it.
You might know me as Big Shot Bob.
To Ory for three. Oh, unbelievable. This guy is off the charts.
What's going on, Big Shot Bob?
Robert Ory from downtown.
One more time on the road. It's the Big Shot Bob podcast. B-Dog Brandon Harper. My name is Rob Jenners. Live from Wine Country is seven-time NBA champion Robert Ory. I got questions from listeners, man. I got a few leftover topics from the show earlier this week. I want to start with this question from Dean because you have this at the ready. I got to go back and look mine up. But Dean shot me a note on Twitter or X or whatever it's called. What two teams from the East and West do you guys have surviving the play-in and advancing as your 7 and 8 seeds based on the picks you made last week? So we would have to look back and see what were the picks that were made last week. You have a list on you somewhere.
I have my list. What do I do with my list now?
You lost.
I can't find my list.
You lost your list.
Let me see.
Yeah.
This has gone south terribly.
Here's my list.
You got it? Okay. Who do you have?
The Nuggets.
Okay.
And probably Sacramento.
As your play-in teams that survive.
My play-in teams, yeah.
Okay. From the West. What about the East?
From the East is going to be the Bucks and the Sixers. That's an easy
one. See, I had Sixers and Miami as my play-ins in the East. In the West, I got to go back and look to see what I had. I had the Suns making it. No, I had the Suns on the outside. I had the Suns.
You had the Suns on the outside. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I think I had the Rockets out there too, and I think I'm going to roll with that. I think it's Suns and Rockets.
No, you had.
I didn't have Houston making it, did I?
I think you had Dallas or the Lakers.
Oh, that's right. I was split.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then if that's the case, if the Lakers are on the outside going in, no, I'm going to go Dallas. All right, I'm going to go Dallas and Phoenix. Are my plans?
All right, the West, I have the Lakers and Dallas. And then in the East, I'm going to take the Hawks.
Oh.
And
apparently that Giannis trade went through. Good job. nice job, Hawks.
Nah, that Giannis trade went through. We wouldn't be.
You'd still be a player.
I'm gonna go Hawks and. Who didn't I have?
Oh, you know what? I might need my East. I might have to change because then what's his name is hurt, right, for the Magic?
Oh, Banchero, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of us can be changing.
Yeah, he might have to change that one.
What other team do I believe in the East?
Besides the Hawks?
Bucks?
I was gonna say. I mean,
no, the Bucks were Bucks were one of the 6 teams I had in the playoffs.
I thought you had the Bucks making it.
I'm gonna go.
Did you get the Knicks in there or no?
No, he did Sixers for him.
I'm gonna surprise some folks with this.
Uh-oh.
And I don't know why I'm going here, but they're in a place right now in which they're decent.
If you say the Chicago Bulls.
No, I'm gonna say the Brooklyn Nets.
Oh, okay.
Hey, man, give me some of that peyote you smoking.
I was at the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah. Hey, I'd respect you more if you'd have said the Pacers, man. But come on, man.
How's Rob and Nepa and you're drunk? How'd that happen?
The Brooklyn Nets.
How'd that happen? The Brooklyn Nets. Get your ass out of here. All right, let's move on to Michael Porter Jr.
What the hell wrong with you?
The hell you talking about? Where's Kwame when you need him, man?
The hell you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. All right, let's move on to Michael Porter Jr. So when the Nuggets won the championship in 2023, there was a lot of chatter about this could be the start of the Nuggets dynasty, right? This is going to be it. And then Michael Porter Jr. says to ESPN this week, quote, "If we don't win it this year, we all know we might have to break it up." Now, on paper, I don't think that happens because you have too many commitments that are locked up. Jamal Murray until 2029, Jokic until 27, Michael Porter Jr. himself locked up till 26, and then Aaron Gordon through 2029. So I don't know if they blow it up as much maybe they try to unload some of this stuff and rearrange some pieces, but I don't think it's a straight blow up. Do you?
No, I don't think so either.
You might get your coach fired, but
the biggest problem with the Denver Nuggets is they didn't value their pieces. You value their stars, but they didn't value their pieces. And I think their pieces, that full core right there, they're pretty damn good. You just need to get some good assets, and that's going to be a problem going into Denver because do guys really want to go fucking play in Denver? So it's
like,
I think
from
they're
what
fine.
perspective, from the city or from the idea that you may not see the basketball?
It's fucking cold there, the city.
Okay, so you're taking more of an aesthetic, you don't want to. Okay.
It's nothing to do, so they're going to have to find
There's nothing
someone.
to do in Denver?
Dude, for black folks, ain't shit to do in Denver. We don't go skiing.
Oh.
No,
okay, all right. I'll give that to you. That's fair.
They can get hauled.
I'm totally kidding. You go watch the football game, man. Something like that,
I was going to say, weed is legal in Denver. Come on, there's got to be something to do. If weed is legal, there's always something to do. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I just think for me, it's just like, even though Denver has a great coach, I would love to play for Mike Malone. I just think it's not a destination city, But who knows though? Everybody has a reason going to play where they go to play. So.
But I think that if you're a piece. For instance, as you said, they're looking for pieces. If you're a piece, don't you want to go somewhere that's Denver is a contender.
Yes.
Even if they're not playing great at the moment and then they're struggling and they're like, because of that, you're going to walk in somewhere as a piece and go, okay, we got a legit shot.
Yeah, because, if you look at this Denver team, they get like a two guard or a point guard, move Jamal Murray to the point, to the two. They got the pieces. They got a nice 4. They got a nice 5. They got a nice 3. They just missing like that bench, that second piece. They're missing, what KCP brought to the team. But I think that's an
achievable piece, right?
Yeah.
That's something you can go get.
Yeah, but who's going to give it up, though? Nobody wants to help people win anymore. God rest his soul, Jerry West was the only guy that, think about how much he helped the Lakers win. There's nobody trying to do favors for anybody anymore, unless you're going to give me a lot, because some GMs are smart. They understand you need this piece to be better. You have to give me the kitchen, the couch, the roof, and maybe your dog. So you got to come up a lot.
God, yeah. Like you went through a divorce. All right, you lost the kitchen, the couch, and the dog. All right, well, look, I want to thank our friends at Uncommon Goods, uncommongoods.com, for sponsoring this week's show. You could spark something uncommon this holiday with just the right gift from our friends at Uncommon Goods.
We all know this is going to be a very busy holiday season, and it's upon us. You don't know it, but it's coming around the corner. You got Thanksgiving, you got Christmas, but Uncommon Goods makes it less stressful with incredible hand-picked gifts for everyone on your list, all in one spot. They scour the globe for original, handmade, absolutely remarkable things.
Yeah, so my daughter ordered from Uncommon Goods. She got like this little inkless color printer, so she can print she does all this stuff with her friends on her phone. Everything's on her damn phone. But she has got this little printer now where she can just print out stickers and stuff from her phone. And because it comes from Uncommon Goods, it's not just a little printer. It looks like a bird, which is really cool. Yeah, no, it's cool. It's got like a little beak and stuff, but it spits out stickers and pictures, and it's extremely unique, which is awesome.
So basically saying bird is the word?
Bird is the word for my kid.
That's because when you shop at Uncommon Goods, you're supporting artists and small independent business, which is very important. And many of their handcrafted products are made in small batches. So shop now before they sell out this holiday season.
Uncommon Goods looks for products that are high quality, unique, and often handmade. And they have the most meaningful, out-of-the-ordinary gifts anywhere, and yes, even gifts that you can personalize.
And with every purchase you make at Uncommon Goods, they give back $1 to a nonprofit partner of your choice. That's so important. Nonprofit, your choice. They donated more than $3 million to this date.
Love that. Good for those guys. Get your 15% off of your next gift if you go to uncommongoods.com/bigshotbob. That's uncommongoods.com/bigshotbob. For 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods, we're all out of the ordinary. And on this show, that absolutely holds true.
Yes, they not like us.
Question from Jay. Rob, there's a couple guys I've heard you mention in the past that are both off to strong starts this season. Buddy Hield has been killing it for Golden State. Sabonis has been rolling for the Kings. I'm going to give you a couple numbers, and then I'm going to get to this guy's question. Hield's last 3 games, 27 points, 7 rebounds, 6 three-pointers made. 21 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 28 points, 2 steals, 7 three-pointers made. Sabonis' last 6 games, 17, 20 rebounds, 10 assists. 15, 14 rebounds, and 6 assists. 28 and 11 rebounds, 16 points and 13 rebounds. 29, 12 rebounds, 10 assists, like triple doubles, just falling all over the place. His question is, which of these guys do you think will have the bigger impact on his team this season?
I think Buddy Hield, because if you really look at it, Buddy Hield is a splash brother in the making. He's been that. He's been leading the league in 3-pointers since he got in the league, and I think he fits in that system perfectly. And that's one of the things that sometimes coaches don't understand players. When he was at the Sixers, I didn't think the coach understand how to get this guy shots. And the smart coaches adjust their systems to the players, not the other way around, make the players try to adjust to the system. And that system that they have in Golden State, where you run around and Draymond sets picks and you go to the 3-point corner because everybody's worried about Steph, you benefit from that. And Buddy Hield is in a situation where he can benefit. And I think if you look at Sabonis is basically right back in where he was last season. Being a facilitator, doing stuff like that. He should have been an all-star last year. He's in the same situation. I don't think as far as growth-wise, I think they'll be a little bit better than they were last year, even though they're not starting out like I thought they would. But I think Buddy Hield is the key to that. That's why Golden State has only lost one game right now, because Buddy Hield is that splash brother they've been missing.
What do you think, Hart?
Yeah, I think adding that other shooter. We always talked about when Buddy Hield was, when he was in Indiana, he was going to be highly coveted because of his ability to shoot. Mm-hmm. And when you have another guy on the floor, you no longer have Klay Thompson. He's now in Dallas. So you're adding another shooter, a guy that is younger than Klay. He may not be as dynamic as a shooter. Obviously, Klay is a once-in-a-lifetime type of dynamic shooter. But Buddy Hield is a hell of a replacement. And so he may not, when Klay was in his prime, he may not necessarily play the level of defense Klay played, but the way that he can stretch the floor and the way that he can garner the attention that he can because of his shooting ability, it really helps that squad, and it really helps Steph out, because you know what Steph can do. But now if you're going to want to double and quadruple team me, now I got another guy on the floor that can knock down shots consistently, so now I got to keep you honest. And that's what he does.
I've always liked Buddy Hield, man. As far as just flat out being able to shoot it, the kid can shoot that thing.
I think you've said several times the Lakers should have gone out and got him. You've said that on this show many times.
Yeah.
Question from Matt. Rob, what do you think about Baron Davis's comments last week that, quote, a Doc Rivers team is a beatable team? I don't give a fuck about how much talent they got. Oh, it's cold, man.
Hey, that's cold, but you hate to say this about a brother, but man, think about it. Most games lost up 3-1. It's just, come on, man. It's like at the end of the day, you think about it. When's the last? It's like Coach of the Year, his first year, won a championship 30 years ago. But I just think if you really think, you look at this Milwaukee Bucks team, they stay hurt, and they're not that good. They're not as good as they were a couple years ago. And I just think that system there. When you talk about blowing up teams, you need to blow up that system and then blow up that team, because it just ain't working.
Yeah.
If they pop Doc, does he get another coaching job in the NBA? Or
he shouldn't.
Is this it?
We keep saying this every time.
We said he shouldn't last time, and here he is.
Yeah.
But I feel like this has got to be it, right?
The coach you fired was the stupidest. It was the stupidest thing, because players don't like to be disciplined. That's the stupidest thing ever. And then you was winning with this guy. Come on, man.
Yeah. It's Budenholzer. When they let Budenholzer.
No, not Budenholzer.
Dude after Budenholzer. Griffin? No.
Please.
Oh, my brain is failing.
My brain is fried too.
Yeah,
too much wine.
Well, yeah, you have an excuse. I'm just stupid.
No, you.
All right, let's do this one. This is a weird one. We brought up the Warriors earlier. I thought this was interesting, worth mentioning. The Warriors have now won 14 straight games over the Houston Rockets. The Houston Rockets' last win against the Golden State Warriors was February 20th, 2020, a month before the pandemic started, 1,718 days ago. Since then, James Harden has moved on to 3 different teams, and Russell Westbrook has been on 4. What a weird fluke streak that is, though. Was there ever a team you played against that felt like you just couldn't freaking beat? Even though you were on good teams, it was like, but for some reason, we can't beat them.
Adrian Griffin's who we was trying to think of. It happened when I was. It only happened once. That's when I was in Houston. The Seattle Supersonics owned us. We couldn't figure out how to beat them dudes, man. Sean Kemp, Gary Payton, Nate McMillan, Derek McKee, Deadlift Shrimp. I can go on and on.
Deadlift Shrimp. There's a name I ain't heard in a long time.
Hey, those guys were so hard to beat, man. And it's like, but if you go down the list of teams, every team has their nemesis. There's always certain teams. Like, it was another team that used to give us trouble, and it was Minnesota when they had West, Persons, and it was just certain teams that gives you trouble, man. It's just how it is. You think about San Antonio Spurs. They used to get in trouble with the Golden State Warriors. It was the number 1 seed. They got beat by them. Then they had their problems with the Phoenix Suns. They're always a team out that it's a head scratch. Like, why is this team beating us?
Yeah.
So
I mean, now, granted, the Warriors are good. It's not like the Warriors have been a crap team. They've had their moments.
Exactly.
But
they're not complete crap.
They've always found a way to beat Houston, no matter what Houston has put on the floor. It's been 4 years. Since they've had more than that, 4.5 years since they've beaten the Rockets or beaten the Warriors.
Right.
It's weird. All right, last one, and then we'll wrap up shoot around this week. And by the way, if you ever have a question, forward it on. We'll ask it. We'll bring it up on the show. Thank you to everybody who sent them in this week. Higher or lower on Draymond Green text? Draymond said in his podcast this week he's going to get less than 10 technical fouls this season. He said less than 10, guaranteed. He's already challenged 4 calls and won all 4 challenges. Bovada has set the official line. He's minus 300 to get more. He's plus 200 to get less. So they're betting that he's going to get more. That's the favorite. More than 10. All right, what are you going to take if you had to put some money on the line? How much you want to bet Draymond 10 techs? Are you going higher or lower?
Rob, I bet your house on it that he gets more.
Which Rob?
You.
Thank God. Thank God.
Matter of fact,
if he keeps winning
bet
challenges, that might not come through. So.
I don't believe he can say whatever he wants. This is dictated by how the game goes and how he's feeling.
Yeah.
You can say anything that you want. As soon as he feels as though something is egregious or he hasn't done anything, man,
I'm going over. Even though they win and he's feeling
over.
good,
damn,
I'm going over. He can probably have about how many do you have to have before you get suspended for a game? Was it 15?
It was like 15 or something. Yeah, I think it was 15 or something.
He's going to have about 13. He's going to have about 13 texts.
I am foolishly going to take the under. I'm saying this is a year of growth for Draymond Green. He is calmer heads. He understands what he's doing. He knows he has to be on the floor. He cannot afford to miss more games. The league's already looking for a reason to suspend him. Don't give them a reason. He goes on 10 text.
He lucked up last night by not getting a text. And Jordan Poole should have got one, for taunting. So
well, that was the whole thing with him and Poole in that game, man. Back and forth, pointing at each other, and I think Poole started that.
Yeah, he did.
And then Draymond was the one who kind of got spotlighted for it, which I didn't think was fair.
Yeah,
but
that's the reputation.
It is.
So they got to play. Hey, they got to play them one more time. So that's gonna be a tech. And they got to play Minnesota 4 more times. So there's 4 techs coming with Gobert.
Get the hell out of here with that shit. Get out of here with that. Bet the under. Bet the under. Or Rob loses his house. One of the two.